Hey, good morning, everybody. How's it going? You having a good morning? So, I'm having a great morning, and I wanted to continue with this piece that we were working on. In my last video, it put the coil on and put small weave. I did that behind the scenes, but I'm going to show you how to make one today. One of these weaves here, these wings or the weaves that I call them, and you can see them on the sides of most of my pieces. And I just think they're just a really, really special way of adding to the piece that you're working on. If you are a jewelry artist like I am. And this was what we were working on before this beautiful Sunset Aura Quartz. And we put the coil on. And today I'm going to show you how to make a weave. Okay, so let's get started. It's, I don't know, when I began doing this, I wasn't really making the weaves. They came in probably, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago. And I continually trying to come up with new things new ways of bending this wire and making it into more beautiful shapes. So, what I'm going to do is I'm working with the 18 gauge again, and I'm going to cut a couple of lengths that are going to be long enough to make the weave and also attach to the pendant itself. So, taking a couple of lengths and using my side swiping pliers here, I've got 2 pieces of 18 gauge. Okay? And for this one, I think I'm going to be using silver wire, and it's the 28 gauge. And that just really gives it a fine, I love the 28 gauge because it's just a fine wire. It really makes things look super elegant. So at this point, I'm going to take the 28 gauge and I'm going to wrap it around again on the end, like so. And then I've got my drill and drop that in the end here. And spin it up. And I go about halfway up the wire, or you can make it as short as you want as far as that part goes. But I'm going to leave it about like that and then make a big weave back here. So at this point, I'm going to open up the wire, bending it from the end so I get a nice curve on both sides. And the real secret of success on these weaves is to keep it tight. Okay? So I'm wrapping it around my finger like so I've got it tight, right? And then we start the weave, and it's basically, I do a figure 8 at the bottom for just a couple of turns where it's really close at the bottom of the neck of this V. And I'm pulling it down, as you can see, as I'm wrapping it around, keeping it taut in my fingers. And that really is, like I said, the secret of the success of these weaves and making them look tight and good. So now I've done a couple of just simple figure 8s, and now I'm going to go around, make a full turn around before I come back and do the figure 8. Like so. I'm going to try to do this in front of the camera here. Give us enough light. It's certainly sunny in here right now, right? As you can see, I'm keeping it tight, like I said. Doing that full circle around, all the way around before I come back and do the other side. And I'm keeping it tight, but it seems to be feeding through my hand as I kind of let the tension go a little bit, as I need a little bit more of my wire to come through my hands for this. Well, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I sure did. It was a lot going on. Just getting settled back in Sedona here from my travels. And like I said, I'm really enjoying being with you guys here on the video and showing you what's going on. It's a really new adventure for me, and certainly enjoying it. This vent for just getting out of my box and showing myself a little bit more, and teaching and sharing myself and my words. And I don't know how wise I am, but it's life brings us down some interesting places, and I don't know. I just try to keep going and keep staying in my heart no matter what comes up. It's been a lot these days, and hopefully your lives are peaceful and going along nicely. And what I'm really looking forward to and working on is working into my highest potential, and how we get up every day and we're really just on fire with what we're doing in life and super inspired. And that's really where I try to keep my headspace. And some days are a little bit rougher than others. It's just like yesterday was kind of a weird day, but that's okay. We just keep going, right? Keep shining our light and keep being looking for the goodness in life, and being grateful, So I'm not sure if I'm leading into being an inspirational teacher, but I'm sure enjoying this right now. So here we go. We're coming up the neck of this, making some good progress on that. And like I said, the key to that is keeping it really tight. And I'm choking up, coming to each side of the 18 gauge and holding it in place while I distribute the wire across the face of this. Pulling out a little bit more wire there. And we'll come up to the top here. I'll probably go another ½ inch or so, and then that'll be enough for this weave, and we'll attach it to the piece. And this journey with my art has taken me down a lot of different roads, and doing the glass has been a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into the Melting Point studio here in town in Sedona. And that journey has just been amazing. I've really enjoyed taking some classes there, and the people all there are just super great hearts and willing to share their knowledge with me, and it's just a really nice place over there. So okay. Okay, so let's stop it there. And what I'm going to do, so I'm at that point where I've got most of it, and I've left a little bit of end here on either side so I can attach it to the pendant. And I'm going to finish it by rolling it around a couple of times on that end, and then taking the pliers and cutting that off. And so at this point, this is where I kind of just sit with the piece for a second and see where this wants to go. I knew that I wanted to make another weave that probably is going to come around the front here, like that. And what I do is, let's see if I can get this a little more better position for us. So when I attach this, I basically want to pre-shape it. So when I want to finish shaping it on the piece, it's already going in the direction that I want it to. So I've got it in my, put my thumb under the top here, and I can spin this a couple of times if I want. And I'm bending it over, pre-shaping it, making sure that curve stays really organic looking. And now at this point, what I can do, see I've got it to this point, put my thumb under there and bend it down. And now I can spin it if I want to, like this. And give that effect of some sort of DNA strand that's rolling down the face of it. Which seems to be super pretty. Like that. And this weave is going to go like that on that. So that's going to be super pretty. Sure is flashy in the sunlight, eh? Okay, so now I look for where this is going to attach on the back of this, the best place. Drop it behind the piece so you see where I wanted it to come across the face on the front, and then I've dropped it. I found this wire where the coil is attaching, and that's going to be a perfect place for this to drop down on that. God, it's almost so bright I can't even see in here. I want this a little bit higher, so I'm working it up underneath there. Perfect. Okay. So I'm happy with that, with where this is going to get placed on this. And across the face of that. Actually, I think I'm going to try it just a little bit higher and see what happens. Sometimes I'll just fiddle with it and see what else comes through. And that actually looks better a little bit higher on the piece here. See if I can go a little bit slower so you can see that. Okay. And this will drop down behind that on the back side of it. See, I've found a place for this wire to attach on that one. I'm going to keep this under 15 minutes because of YouTube and uploading the videos, so I'll be finishing this really quickly. But I just wanted to show you the process for making the weave and how you can incorporate it into your work. Now I'm going to bend it around so it catches like that. And then I'm going to attach it down on the bottom. So at this point I'm going to let you guys go and let this be under 15 minutes for YouTube, and hope you guys have just a wonderful day, and thank you again for sharing your time with me, and really appreciate sharing, and hope this helps you and brightens your day in some way. Bless you. Thank you.